I had the eighth pick in the first round, and I selected Alfred Morris, and I think that was a great move. He actually, I believe he fell to me at number 8. He's projected to finish fourth in overall touchdowns, and for me to get him with the eighth pick in the draft, I think is great. My other running back move was selecting David Wilson with my third pick. He was still there in the round, so I'm really proud of the running backs I selected.
My best move was using my first two picks at picking running backs. A lot of people were picking wide receivers and quarterbacks as their first 2 or 3 picks, and they just flew off the board. I knew there was a lot of depth at those positions, so I used my first 2 picks at running back. With the 6th pick, I picked Jamal Charles. A lot of people projected him to go as high as number 2, and I was actually able to come back with my second pick at number 19, picking Chris Johnson, who everyone is projecting to have a monster comeback year. So I'm very pleased, and I think that's my best move.
My biggest area of opportunity is at tight end. I waited until pretty late in the draft before I selected Antonio Gates. And then my backup tight end, I took a chance on the rookie tight end from Cincinnati, Tyler Eifert. I watch Hard Knocks. I feel like they believe in him, and I think he's going to get targeted more than some people realize. So my game plan with that is, if Antonio, who's actually the oldest person on my roster, I have a pretty young draft, but he's the oldest person on my roster. If he starts not to have a good season, hopefully I can sub him in with Tyler and still have a good season at that position.
The biggest area of opportunity I also have to say will be the tight end position. Not because I'm not pleased or I think that I got weak tight ends. It's because this is the position I think I took the biggest risk. In the 7th round, I picked Jermichael Finley. He had a very down season last year, but he has a lot of chemistry in the preseason with his quarterback, and he's actually catching everything that's being thrown to him. Also, in the 12th round, I got Zach Sudfeld. He's an unknown commodity, but a lot of people were making a lot of noise about him because he's in that New England offense. He's taking up a lot of opportunity with the absence of Hernandez and also with the absence of Gronkowski. So he's just an improving commodity, but I think I'm going to expect a lot of things from both these tight ends. I love the grade that I got from Yahoo in my draft. I got a grade of A-, primarily because I got good depth and I got good value at all my draft picks. I got Matt Ryan as my quarterback. Also at wide receiver, I got Demaryius Thomas, Dwayne Bowe, Antonio Brown, Emmanuel Sanders, and Kendall Wright, who everyone is expecting to have a monster year. At running back, I got Jamal Charles, I got Chris Johnson, I got Daryl Richardson, and also was able to pick up Danny Woodhead in the later rounds. So I think I got good draft depth, and also I got good value at the positions that I got. So I do agree with my A-. I think that I'll dominate this year.
I most certainly do not agree with my grade from Yahoo. They gave me a B-. And the reason they gave me that grade is because I did take some chances. I'm expecting a lot out of some of the positions. For example, I mentioned that I drafted David Wilson, and I'm expecting him to be a sleeper, meaning that he outperforms his rank in his position. So I used David Wilson with my 3rd overall pick. I picked Alfred Morris and I picked A.J. Green, and then I went back to David Wilson, and I'm expecting that to be a steal for my number 3 pick in this draft. Also some newfound players. Again, my roster is really young. I have Russell Wilson, I have Alfred Morris, I have A.J. Green. So because I have a lot of younger players, to me, that means the potential is a lot greater, whereas Yahoo didn't really see it that way, and they gave me a B-. I totally disagree, and I know for a fact I'm going to outperform this draft grade.
Thanks a lot, guys, for checking out our channel.
Don't forget to check us out on our blog, MrandMrsFootball.com. Catch us on Twitter at he_she_said_fball, and on our Facebook page, Facebook/Mr. and Mrs. Football. Thanks for watching.